Okay, let's just state the obvious. Software development has completely changed. We're living in a brand new reality where AI isn't just a sidekick anymore, it's actually writing a huge chunk of the code that runs our world. And when I say huge, I'm not kidding. Check this out. A whopping 41% of all new code commits are now generated by AI. This isn't some forecast for the future, this is what's happening right now. The speed we've gained is absolutely mind-blowing. But, it also brings up a really big, unavoidable question, right? Who's watching the watcher? Who makes sure all this lightning-fast AI-generated code isn't secretly planting bugs, security holes, or just plain architectural messes into our systems? I mean, if an AI is writing the code, can we really trust another AI to review it? Well, this very question is causing a massive shift in the industry. Think about it like this. Last year, 2025, was all about one thing: speed. How fast can we get AI to write code? But now, in 2026, the conversation has done a complete 180. It's all about quality. We've officially gone from the speed rush of 2025 to what everyone is now calling the year of quality. The real challenge, the thing keeping engineering leads up at night, is how to manage all the hidden risks that come with this flood of AI code. So, what's the game plan? Well, this new problem needed a totally new kind of solution. And what we're seeing is the rise of something called the autonomous quality gate. Basically, an AI built from the ground up to be the gatekeeper for this new world. So what is an autonomous code reviewer really? Well, think of a tool like CodeRabbit. At its heart, it's a quality gate. But, and this is the key part, it's not just a dumb spell checker for code. The whole point is to analyze code with the full context, the kind of deep understanding and judgment you'd expect from a seasoned senior engineer. And its main job is to solve a huge problem that first-generation AI tools created: review fatigue. When a tool just spams developers with a million tiny, irrelevant suggestions. The goal here is to provide feedback that's actually aware of the bigger picture, feedback that matters, and that's a way harder problem to solve. So, how in the world does a tool like CodeRabbit actually pull this off? Well, it all comes down to its ability to think beyond just simple keywords and understand the entire system as a whole. Let's pop the hood and see how this thing's brain is wired. It's got multiple layers. First, there's the Codegraph. It builds a complete map of your entire codebase and even looks at past changes to figure out how different files are connected. Then you have the semantic index, which uses some pretty advanced AI to understand the intention behind the code, not just what the code says. It helps it spot when you're about to accidentally reinvent the wheel. And this is maybe the most important part for earning a developer's trust. It's a three-step verification process. See, when it thinks it found an issue, it doesn't just blurt it out. First, it generates a tiny script to actually test and confirm its suspicion. Only if that test passes and proves there's a real risk does it post a comment. This is how it avoids just making things up. This quote from their team really nails it. Everything is grounded in technical evidence. It's not just making a probabilistic guess, which is exactly what drove developers crazy with older tools. It has to bring the receipts. But here's where things get really interesting. CodeRabbit isn't just sitting at the end of the line reacting to code anymore. It's actually becoming a proactive partner that helps through the entire development process. This is what's called shifting left, basically catching problems way earlier. The issue planner can look at a project ticket and map out a whole coding plan before you've even written a line of code. And the CLI and skills feature brings that same smart analysis right into your command line, so you get instant feedback as you're typing. So you've got these two different modes of working. You have the classic web-based review that acts as the final gatekeeper before your code gets merged. But then you also have the local tool that gives you immediate feedback while you're in the zone, catching stuff before it even becomes a commit. It's both a guardian and a guide. And get this, you can literally talk to it. Right inside a pull request, you can use simple commands to tell it what to do. You can ask it to review your latest changes, or even tell it to @CodeRabbit AI autofix and just apply its own suggestions for you. It's pretty cool. Okay, so all this technology sounds amazing, but let's get real for a minute. Let's talk about the practical trade-offs, the signal versus the noise, and what this all means for the bottom line. So here's the spam versus gold reality. Developers say that about 10% of the comments are pure gold. These are the critical production-breaking bugs that humans completely missed. But yeah, a lot of the other comments can feel like stylistic noise. The good news is the platform has a learnings feature that lets you teach it what you consider unhelpful, so it gets smarter and more tailored to your team over time. Now, this chart is super revealing because it shows a very deliberate choice. You'll notice CodeRabbit doesn't score the highest on completeness, and that's on purpose. It intentionally trades trying to catch every little thing in order to be way more correct and actionable, which drastically cuts down on the noise. For a lot of teams, that's a trade-off they're happy to make. And when you look at the real-world impact, wow. Teams are reporting that their code review process is 80% faster. They're seeing 43% fewer bugs slip into production, and they're spending half as much manual effort on reviews. Those aren't small numbers, that's a massive return. And all of this points back to the tool's core philosophy. It was never designed to replace human developers. It's designed to assist them. It acts like a super diligent junior engineer who handles all the common checks, freeing up the senior folks to focus on the truly hard problems, like system architecture. This quote really puts the whole financial argument into perspective. The cost of the tool is tiny when you compare it to the six-figure salary of a senior engineer, and it's practically nothing compared to the millions of dollars a company can lose from a single major production outage. So the main takeaway here is pretty clear. In a very short amount of time, tools like CodeRabbit have become a fundamental part of the modern engineering toolkit. They're the critical layer that ensures the incredible speed we get from AI is balanced with an equally strong dedication to quality. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. In this new age, where AI is constantly writing more and more of our code, is an AI-powered reviewer still just a nice-to-have? Or has it become the essential co-pilot that we literally can't afford to code without?